Hey yo, Theo here. Today we're gonna have another tier list of total drama, as you can already see it in my title, my screen already. So obviously we have totally dramaful, decent, neutral. Totally did not watch it, and a total a disaster of a show. So I just thought about it and thought about this tier list, but here I am making another one. But this time, total drama. And this franchise series is literally beloved. I don't see too many people talk about this and negotiate total drama when it comes to cartoon. I understand it's not a cartoon; it's belonged to another TV station, but it was there in Cartoon Network. But nobody don't even hardly even talk about this show when it bring up conversation. So let's get on the way. We're going straight through to the original through the total drama. We are back, but other let's begin. The original total drama, obviously, dramaful, beautiful show. I know I can have a there. It just, I just love this. The very first, always the original can be the original when it comes to with these iconic beloved characters. When we spend time with them, I remember that episode when they was bonding with a campfire when they're doing that fear challenge. When we spend time with them, these form of these bond and trustful, mutual trust of each other. Sometimes bond breaks, and this other all, it just amazing, amazing. Now, moving on, total drama action. All right, this is a series is complicated. Oh, let me go back on total drama real quick. There's only two problems with Island as a whole. Two flaws, but it still belongs to S tier. But here's the problem. There's two. Heather and one with Lashana. Now, let's go with Heather because it's not too much to say with Heather. I love Heather, don't get me wrong. But in the whole entire franchise series as a whole, when we go through the episode to episode, they should have been got her off the show because most of these characters do some stupid decision. I get that we have the best of the best episode was I Triple Dare You when Heather got all that punishment. I love that episode too as well, but they should have been got rid of Heather. Well, they probably will bring her back when they brought back Eve and Izzy. But that's, I could say that's the least problem, but Heather would have been off. But I would say, with Chris, probably keep Heather because, the show, the rating and views. Lashana, when we went to the top five, the final five, actually, though, when we into that cool episode when we see all the characters in another different island and they're just chilling and they're talking about, it's just basically a recap episode. I really enjoyed that recap episode. But when we get to the part where everybody late at night in the pool, right? Chris said we could bring one person into here in this island. So choose which one who wanted to just come here. Then obviously Lashana. But I really got pissed off because they know deep down. It's more like this. Chris was an asshole in that season. In that scene. When it comes to this is where Heather, the favoritism Heather because the view is ratings. I just hate it overall and all because Lashana is my favorite character. Don't get me wrong, I got some season one of Total Drama and they got some outstanding characters, but they did Lashana dirty because of let's just get Lashana and they accidentally. Well, two girls, Katie and Sadie said, I want Lashana back. And then the bird said, I probably want Sana, keep on spamming and then she get off the elimination. And I'm just standing there looking like, what have they done to my girl? Like, that's disrespectful. Like, really disrespectful. I could say these are less flaws in Total Drama, don't get me wrong, but they did patch it up in the latest series when it comes to these characters in the beginning. When it comes to, Noah and them, we didn't spend much time as we should. But we spend more time with them in World Tour and the dude who looked good in action. But other than that, let me get off of Total Drama Island for now. Action. Let's go back to it. Back to action. Alright. Like I said, this is like complicated, decent. Let me explain the things that I like in this show. I actually love the atmosphere of movie genres and how they do film productions and all that. This is where action kind of regurgitate certain scenes with the original instead of just creating new. I understand that of course the show will have more views and like it. I understand that these are the same exact characters, but the only thing that's fresh and new is this a matter of fact that the challengers are more creative and fun than the very first one. Because Action do have a lot of great, amazing challenges when it's in this show. Like good, really extremely good challenges. Like these are remember ones. But the only flaw they have this show is Courtney coming back by forcing coming back because of those elimination when Harold switched the votes and then got Courtney off and then she came back because of a toy lawsuit and child. There's a lot of things. Let me finish off Courtney. Courtney came out bratty and rude. Like Courtney character, I love her in the very first season when she got bad when she hang out with Duncan just a little bit, but it's not too bad. Like just good overall. But it's just like there was in a relationship, but now it's just like she went truly extremely extreme just because of the show. All right, you got kick off, girl. I understand they kind of did it wrong because all the drama and their standards. What you expect when it comes to the show? You can't blame the hub. Well, you could. They should have got rid of Halo in that situation, but she became more bratty, and I do not like that. She just forced herself into the show, and then she went invincibility left and right, like crazy. Like, and I'm still surprised. Well, they did got rid of her. That's a good thing, but they should have got rid of her sooner, as it should when she started winning like crazy. Like, all due respect with Courtney, Courtney went downhill after season 1 because the way how they written her character was so messed up. Now let's go on to other flaws. Okay. In total drama action, I'm trying to remember, it slipped out of my tongue real quick when I mentioned about Courtney. When I kind of intervened with my conversation with Courtney because I got a little sidetracked and off topic a little bit though. Hold on. Let's say it's regurgitate. I come back with action because it probably come back to me when I have to say with action. But let's go on to Total Drama World Tour. Totally drawn for S tier. There's no shame for this. This is one of the best seasons. This is how you do a sequel right to expand. You got 2 new characters. We explore around the world. In the musical, don't forget about the musical. Actually, all the musical where they character was seeing. There's some good ones. They're okay, but but the majority of them are the best of the best one when they singing. Like I love this. I love the 5 edition of Sarah and Alejandro. Like having new villains, decent, good villains. This is how you do a villain right. But I try to think of any flaws of the show, but it's not too much flaws of the show as it should been because this is like they did it right. It's not. This series is just amazing with Total Drama World Tour. This is the best of the best series of the show when we travel to different places, get new character reactions, not regurgitating certain things they did in the very first season of Total Drama, like they did in Total Drama Action. But all in all, this is a good show. Total Drama Revenge Island. Now, this show right here, when we got new characters, cast of characters. I actually love the new cast of characters. Some of them. Not. I could say out of the 10, maybe 4 of them, they get on my least last nerve. But other than that, actually, I really do like Total Drama Revenge of the Island. It's not a bad series. So it's like a neutral series because they came back with a new cast of characters because they toxicated the island the most. When Chris went extremely extreme. This is when Chris was at his, not almost at the breaking point in All Stars, but he was like getting to that like dead after dead after dead because he was doing some more crushable things. Well, he was extreme. You could say in Revenge of the Island he was extreme in everything when it comes to Total Drama series as a whole, depending on which one. I'm trying to think much more with Revenge of the Island. I should have written my notes down. It's unscripted. I'm sorry if I didn't write it down, but most of the conversation was in my tip of my tongue as I proceed to progress on with the series bit by bit. It just that there's a lot of things I have to say, but I'm gonna edit it and see how much you're gonna explain, or go back and think and just add these series, or have a conclusion at the end saying what I have to say. Yeah, that'd be much better. So, Revenge of the Island, I got it. Total Drama All Star. Alright, this is a series when everybody hate. I'm kind of like, it is a, I'm not gonna say a disaster of a show, because okay, there are certain things a disaster because some of the characters acting really stupid, because they should actually question one thing about Duncan in the series when he was talking to Mike and he said, "Do I remember you from somewhere?" He was like, "I didn't come to clue," but Duncan should know right then and there that was his jail partner named Mal. But here's the thing: the best rendition of All Stars was Mal, where he's multiple personality disorder to have a new villain, and I said fascinating, great. But Total Drama All Star cut some cast of characters like Total Drama, the island characters, the original ones. It's like this is short cast of characters out of the group. This is also we're supposed to get one of the fan favorites. I know Duncan, Gwen, Heather, Alejandro. We have Courtney. Did I say Gwen? But they didn't add like the fan favorites like Lashana, Owen. Who else? I know Lizzie was there. I know that for a fact. There's more. Noah should be in there too because in season 3 Noah did have some good. He was acting more and more and we spent more time with him. This is the cast of Total Drama All Stars should have the best of the most popular characters in Revenge and even Island itself or World Tour, depending on. Oh yeah, Sarah was in here too as well. Depending on the most of. I understand there's a lot of Island characters, but it'd be much better if they cut it down to like 10, like 20, give or take, because they get to take 10 Revenge Island characters and 10 Total Drama Islands. You could have said Alejandro, but he's a world tour. Same thing goes with Sarah. I understand Sarah and Alejandro, they deserve to be in here, but I'm thinking about character balance in a way though. I feel like personally to me though, Revenge All Star is supposed to be like these are your favorite characters duking it out, and this would have been a final season of Total Drama as a whole. It'd be a perfect conclusion to see your beloved iconic characters. Like, you love them because of their personality and what bring them to the table. But it's like the problem still with the show is just a lack of construction, and most of these characters are just downright stupid to the point where, like, there are some decent scenes because you see like Gwen try to rekindle her relationship, her friendship with Courtney. They did that. Well, they did that and then they threw it in a trash can. But like, what's the point of that? Then the Villain versus Hero, Villain versus Hero, my bad. I feel like, to me personally though, they should have done that. I feel like they should have Island characters or Revenge characters duking it out or split half of the island characters and half of the Revenge Island character, and then switch teams because Islands and Revenge character and Island and Revenge characters on both ends. That'll be making more interesting instead of just many people who say fan fiction. One YouTuber I come across with All Star because it's always she said she will you know analyze many characters and their strengths and weaknesses, but I don't think so because it it's more like this. Whatever challenge they come from in the forefront, because we don't know the challenges, and even the contestants don't even know the challenges, who win and who will lose. So it's like an oddball, like a coin slot machine. Well, yeah, oddball, like a roll of dice, not like a slot machine in a way. But you don't know who's gonna come on top, or sometimes it be predictable who's gonna win. But nothing on the mall with all stars. I could say, yeah, I'm gonna put it in Total Disaster Show. It's like there's so much stupidity because most of these characters got off of mic and don't hardly even pay attention. Like they really should have paid attention to this multiple personality disorder because of Mal. And then it became so late. Alejandro. Oh yeah, they definitely did Alejandro dirt. I know Alejandro ain't that dumb. Or Heather. Or Scott. Child, the majority of the villains who did in the season, they should know spot right on the spec of such with Mike. That'll be Gwen, Courtney, Duncan, Alejandro, Heather, Scott. Like they should immediately put on site on his ass. On site. Like I understand add a little shadiness because Mal's sneaking in here and there and he swapped places with Mike at times to give his back covered and all that, have that goody two shoe personality to fool people as the trump card. But it's plain all obvious because most of the time these characters, they should have spotted. They should have spotted him. Immediately should have spotted him on the spot. Let me get off of this. I'm gonna make my conclusion at the end and try to remaster it. Yeah. But Pocketeer Island, it was a shit show. It's a total disaster. The only three characters you might like are the one is a tall black woman. I forgot their names. But let's see, it's it goes show how forgettable they are, to be honest. 50-50 on these three characters. You got a trap girl, you got a dude with a zombie, with PTSD, with zombie, tried to survive. And, you got Chloe, the girl who, try to hang out with another dude and all that type of stuff. But this show is a disaster because these characters are oddball and weird. You expect Total Drama is supposed to be a character-driven show to like these characters. I understand they probably have some weird personality here and there, but that's what made them relatable. Think about Mike. He got multiple personality disorder, and that's realistic because many people have multiple personality disorders. Not many, the majority of the few people who have multiple personality disorder. But it's like this. Think about Gwen. What do you think of Gwen? She's goth. She's an artist. She's charismatic at times. She shows she doesn't even care at times when it comes to certain things. Lashana, she's sassy. She's loud, obviously, but she's cool. And she was real a queen. She was a queen. Heather, she's a mean, but you like her because she know how to push your buttons. She know how to push a button, even though she may be annoying at times, but she's starting it because, it's a show. A show is a show. Duncan, cool, punk, a rebellion kid. He going to juvie. He went to jail. This is the series when they totally, Revenge All-Star did what the characters so extremely dirty and betrayed them. But all these characters you and love, we like them because relatable personalities. People that you hang out with, your clique gang. Or like, hey, Lashana, what's up, my girl? Or like, hey, what's up, Duncan? How you doing? Like, you can smoke weed with Duncan and shit. Like, relatable kind. But Pockettail Island, it just said there are some funny moments in Pockettail Island when that sugar honey, sugar honey, same scene. But these are like weird characters. These are not likable characters. They're just like these are like these characters don't need to exist. I feel like All Stars and Pockettail Island are like the worst ones in the franchise, the series, because one, they made the characters dumb. Avenger All Star. Pockettail, they try with 3 other characters, but they alright. It's already predictable one of them are gonna win anyway though. The ones that they're relatable, have substance, add detail with their personality, they'd be the ones to be winning in the season Pockettail Island. Like, this is literally a terrible show. Overall and all, let me get off of Pockettail Island. Video of Darkest Days. Obviously, totally dramaful. This series, I know it's a travel aspect like they did World Tour, but this is when there was at new locations, different places. Yeah, we went to the exact same places like New York and all that, but this is the series I actually quite fondly like. I love the characters, new ones. There you have one of those. I'm trying to remember those. I don't want to say golf characters. Well, you could say the golf characters are fan favorites. Then the police cadets. Then you got the good villains with the ice skaters. Then you got the sisters. Well, I'm trying to remember their name. It's been a long hot minute. But I watched Total Drama with Darkest Lace on YouTube for free because during that time people was copyright was still there, but people was like, slowly put videos and upload, and you could watch those episodes. But they, obviously, it's already down. So I watched those series for free. But the problem with this series, when it comes to certain writing, is just like the relationship with couple when they was arguing throughout the whole entire trip. Can't stand that. Then they dragged the relationship between they became both best friends, but he really liked him. Sorry if I don't know their names, but they dragged that for too damn long. Another one, this is the only series that you actually have a partner, 2 team partners. Actually really did enjoy this. Like, there's some member characters like the father and son duo, the mother, and the daughter. I know they were spoiled, but at least they have good character development. And at least her mother stand her foot down to discipline her child. That's a good thing. Like, good characterization. Then I'm trying to remember anything else with Darkest Race, because this is just an amazing show. Like, amazing show. Overall and all, let me go to another one. Total Drama Rama. This is where the kids totally never get the chance to watch it. Okay. I saw previews of it, and then first I saw the people created the show. They said, we make another Total Drama, but we bring back the original characters. Alright, cool, bet. Guess what? They brought them back, but they're kids. Or babies. No, actually kids. Like, this is like a watered down version of they cannot be civilized for once. Like, these kids. I never watched it. I could not say. But it's like meant for kids to probably get them to the series to watch Total Drama as a whole. But it felt like the real hardcore diehard fans of Total Drama rather see a new series with new characters. Or it'd be fine to bring back these characters along to have something new and expand their characters to have great character development. But no, forget all that. Throw that out the window. These characters, they are kids, and you don't even hardly even know them. Yeah, they may be cute, but it's just like they don't have certain traits as characters as these teenagers when they previous before. And then you could say when you're a kid, you don't think too much as a kid. You be excited, have a whole bunch of personality. Now you're an adult, you be more mature, and then your personality come when you discover yourself through your journeys of life. But this, I'm not gonna say a total disaster of the show. It's more like I never get the chance to watch it just because I see it. It is not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. Sorry, I'm never gonna watch it. Total Drama, we're back. Totally didn't watch it. The main reason why I didn't watch it because there's certain things I did not like. I understand they want to do some changes to the show. I certain glimpses and reviews of it, but I never expected. This is a series that they never. I was off after around like Total Drama Avenger Island, the good neutral decent series as a whole. You could say Redonkul's Race. These ones like Island, World Tour, Redonkul's Race, Action, Revenge of the Island. These 4 shows went downhill. Out of the main 5 series that actually was streamed was good. I said I didn't care about it because I take my Total Drama shows as I love Island, I love World Tour, I love Redonkul's Race. Action is complicated, but I still like the movie aspect of it. And then, there's some fun moments in it. Revenge, I love the new cast of characters, but there was a questionable decision of Scott. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned it with Scott. When, let me say that again. I didn't get chances to notice it, and I'm never gonna watch it because I feel like Total Drama went down here after, the 5 beloved shows, and that's about it. I can't judge a book by cover of this series as a whole because I never watch it. I can't like. There things are questionable of this show. Like I see reviews and all that, and certain things it'd be best for not listen to people in their own reviews because sometimes they confuse the audience at times. It'd be best to go watch it, see for yourself, and make your own conclusion and write down lists of why you did not like this show, what you love, and then that's about it. But I'm never gonna watch it, probably, because it may be a little high. If it could be down, it'd be low. For now, it just said I never totally get the chance to watch it. Now, let's go back to the conclusion with Total Drama Revenge of the Island. I met Scott. Okay. The major flaw with Scott where he was keep on sabotaging his own team and he have lack of planning. It's just like, why are you hurting your teammates and your point is supposed to be winning? Like you damage it. I feel like the writers didn't know what they want to do with Scott and just give him like a most bland and keep on sabotaging his teammate and get rid of one of the best ones. I understand like this show, you're supposed to get rid of one of the strongest, best players of the game and get rid of them. I understand that part. But when I look at the majority of the villains in Total Drama, Heather, she pulls strings, get on people's nerves. She's not a mastermind, but at least she start beef with a person. Or, just she doing her own amusement because it's in her nature because she always been mean, nasty, rude to other people. Alejandro, he uses his charm and he uses his wits to get around with girls and get them eliminated off. The Redonkul's Race, you got those ice skaters. There was more competing to like make some of these characters go to last place to make them lose. And then there are probably other things I probably forgot what the ex did. At least Mal was threatening and dangerous because he did some heinous stuff like try to sabotage the other teammates or manipulate, to hide against Mike and have his personality trait. Like this trick people, but with Scott, he didn't have nothing for foot on the table because he was just sabotaging, bullying. And just like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy Scott when he do certain things for how he do it effectively, but it's like this is when he got repetitive of sabotaging. But overall, not gonna say that again. But that was the only problem that I have with Scott. Like, he's not a good villain out of the rest of the villains of the whole entire series. Then let's go on action. Let's see if I remember certain things about action, because I remember Revenge of the Island when I mentioned about certain things on this tier list, and it came back to my mind. Hope I remember. Action. I say they have a lot of good moments. I could say Trent, because Trent did kind of sabotage his teammate, try to get more attention with Gwen, but I feel like the writers write him out dirty because he wanted to get more attractive with Gwen, even though this show is supposed to be a challenge. You're supposed to be get your game on, and literally just like whoever wins, win. Nothing. They'll take things too personally. Then I did mention Courtney. Courtney was a pain in the ass. Really though, she really was. Like, she forced herself to be in action just because she got some petty ass. You could say agreeable a little bit. Like, yeah, sure, whatever. But she got really petty and started changing things. Okay, she got more special privileges where she's like, I don't want to eat this food. You gotta give me something better before I turn this show down. Like, she literally like a spoiled little brat. Like, she was spoiled little brat trying to take things over. Yeah, I understand she want to belittle down Chris. But at the exact same time, though, it just... I kind of like contradicted myself. These are like reasonable statement, but it was just like there's things annoying me about it. It's just like the way how they did with Courtney character is just like flat out outlandish. Like sometimes she out of character. I remember when she was just cool. Think wisely. She know her things when it comes to lawsuit. Or when she be in a bad mode, she be in the best way. Like she be in a bad mode, she be like really extremely cool. Not like crazy, just like cool, like she know how to use it effectively in the right situation and cause. Hey, it's me again, back with another video of Total Drama. This is like editing. This is where Lashana though. With that episode with the last, well, you know, in the final five where they get rid of Lashana. Instead of doing that, they should have make a challenge where the last place loser should be disqualified instead of just like doing that with Shauna, which is totally asinine to say the least when it comes to like, you know, creative challenges. They rather should do that rather than have accidentally vote Lashana off because of Chris being the dick in that show when you want to keep Heather in, including that bird when Trent said you don't know what, you know, she don't know what Shauna is and all that type of stuff. So it's like, yeah, they should have done that rather than just doing something outlandish and stupid. Another thing too as well, why I view these Total Drama series as a whole, it's like a really good live action show. I know it's like cartoon, but majority of the live action shows are pretty much stupid, but this is how you do a live action show right. Like, make it realistic. To me, I view the shows as relatable, likable, lovable characters. Like real people. But, overall and all, amazing show. But, overall and all, I hope you guys enjoy my tier list of Total Drama. So, what do you guys think of how you rate these Total Drama series as a whole? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more, you know, more tier lists, or I do other things too as well. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Can't even talk. Subscribe my YouTube channel. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye.